the record has a groove, don't make it in the groove. But you can tell right away it's Dr. A when the people start to move. They can feel it all over. They can...
All right. Welcome back to another episode of the Stefon Braxton Show. Normally, everybody that watches my show, normally I do some comedy in the beginning, but I want to talk to y'all about something. Last couple of weeks, a lot of people came up to me and they've been asking me, you know, how I'm doing all these things that I'm doing. You know, the television show, the traveling with the comedy, the plays, the movies, you know, the jobs that I have. Everybody wonder. And then they ask me, you know, how old I am, and I tell them, and they like, you know, why you wait so late in life to do what you're doing? And I just want to let everybody out there know it doesn't matter where you've been at in your life or what you've done in your life. Now, I'm going to tell y'all a little something about me. You know, all my life growing up, I wasn't Mr. Perfect, okay? You know, I was a drug addict. I spent over 10 years in prison. You know, I've been shot, stabbed more times than I can count. But when God works in your life, he can change things around. And for the last 4 years, I've done 3 movies, became Comedian of the Year, and have my own television show. So it doesn't matter what you've done in your past, you can always change your life around. And that's why I'm doing this show now, because people out there, no matter if you have a dream and you want to pursue your dream, doesn't matter how old you are or how young you are. If you're going on the wrong path, you can always change your life, just like I did. So if anybody out there that has a dream and you want to pursue your dream, don't let nobody stop you. Just keep on going and do it. And you can always call me, Baba Production, 412-378-9110. I will help you. We can get you right here on this show. All right? Now, I'm going to let that go. I want y'all to think about that. You know, if you pursue your dreams, don't let nobody stop you, and just keep going and just try to make this world a better place. Now, the one thing I do want to know, I just started watching football a lot. So anybody see me out on the street, please tell me why these quarterbacks always do this when they're in the shotgun. Why are they doing that? I don't know. I got a cramp in my leg right now, and I keep doing this, but I want to know why they doing this. So if you see me in the street, tell me why the quarterbacks do that. Do y'all know? Y'all watch football? I don't know. So anybody see me, y'all just let me know why they do that. All right, I got a good show. We got a good show, and we're going to get it started off right now. I have a very talented poet, and she's going to do a poem for us right now, and her name is Jaquia Inez.
I am like a tree. Behind the blinds, through the glass pane, I see blue, brown, and green. The sky and the tall tree. Beyond that image of reality, I see life, my own reflection, looking back at me. Tall, strong, and intelligent. Diverse from my surroundings, shining and blowing in the wind. Soon to change, due to degrees. And when a new year comes, I will have new leaves. I am like a tree. Thank you.
Come on.
I was waiting for the light to go off.
Oh, now you can walk over. Thank you for being a guest on my show. Now, this is Jaquia Inez, and this is her book. And you can get it online. You can look for it online. And it's called Life of Expression. It's really nice. And I'm looking at the table of contents. It's a lot of poems in here. How many poems is it? Because I ain't going to count that.
It's almost 100. It's about 90-something. About 95 poems.
95 poems. And it looks like they all about different things. I mean, it's like a wide variety. Now, when did you start writing poetry?
I started writing when I was 13. The book is, it includes all emotions, all expressions, so it's a lot of different topics.
And then what made you just start writing? You just... was it like you was in school?
The first time I ever wrote a poem, I didn't have any intentions on writing a poem. I just had a lot of emotions built up inside of me, and I just felt like I just needed to let them out, and writing it down was easier than to share it with anybody else. I didn't want to talk to nobody about what I was going through, but I felt comfortable writing it down.
So you didn't have to like do it for school and then you just like sit in your room and just write?
Right. The first time I wrote a poem, and then assignments came in school where they asked you in English class to write a poem for something specific, and that's when I've learned that it was a talent from the feedback that I received in school.
Now, how many, so did you ever performed any of your poetry like in school?
Yes.
Now, what school did you go to?
I went to Westinghouse High School.
Westinghouse?
Yes.
You graduated already?
Yes, in 2003.
2003 you graduated? Okay. Now, how did you get the idea for the book?
Well, how it started was I would just write a lot of poems and save them because I knew that it was words are powerful, and I didn't just want to throw my thoughts or anything away. So I saved them, unsure of what I was going to do with them. I saved them in a shoebox.
So is the first poem that you wrote when you was 13, is it in this book?
It's actually the first poem in the book.
It's the first poem? Oh, I ain't see all this. There's more on there. A Long Cry? That's the first one?
Yeah.
At 13?
Yeah.
A Long Cry. So, what, did you just get a beating or something at 13? And you was like, I'm going to cry a long time, and just wrote that?
No.
A Long Cry. So what, who cares? This is a very, these some deep titles. You got one of my sisters. Do you have siblings?
Yes. The Long Cry is actually something that I wrote while I was thinking about my brother. He was murdered in 1998. I was 12 when he died. And so it was like still a lot of frustration and sadness and mourning going on. At the age of 13, I was still going through that experience, and that's how the first poem came.
I gotta read that one. That sounds deep. Now, I don't read too good. You got a lot of big words in here?
No.
So, all right. So now you just going around promoting your book, and what you got? What else you want to do as far as this? Are you still writing more poems?
I still write more poems, but to be honest, this started off as a hobby, and then it changed. It's still changing. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going with it, but I get a lot of good feedback from people. I know that other people are looking for another book, so I have intentions on writing another book. I continue to write poems as needed, as I get the feeling to just write my thoughts down.
Now, what about like writing like plays and like movie scripts? You ever thought about that?
I thought about it because someone else put it in my ear, but it's nothing that it was never a goal for me. Like, I like to write my goals down and then work on them, and that wasn't something that I had.
Yeah, you should do it, because I got ideas for a couple of plays, because I've been in a couple of plays, and I got ideas for some plays, but I can't write. So I need a writer.
Okay.
So
We'll talk.
yeah, I'll give you some ideas. You can write the play. You can be my writer. So, so besides the writing the poetry, what else do Jaquia does? What you do like in your spare time?
I'm a mother. I have a son who's 6 years old, and I'm a
You got a
student.
poem in here by him?
I do not.
Not yet?
No. This book is for mature readers, I would say.
Oh.
So it has a
Some.
lot of stuff.
Oh,
You
okay.
need to be mature to read it.
Well, guess that leaves me out. A lot of people say I'm not mature, so. So what else you want to say about your book?
It's not just poems. It's actually called Life of Expressions, Poetic Testimony. It is a testimony. If you read from the beginning to the end, you get a story about a girl named Faith. And it'll put you in situations and tell you about where Faith is at in her life before she starts to express herself. It also has prayers and scriptures.
Yeah.
It's broken down into 3 chapters. In the beginning, it takes you through trials and tribulations, struggles, and just dealing with stress, maybe a lot of relationship poems, like as far as mothers, fathers, your family, different things, just how life is for a child, how life was for Faith as a child. Then the middle part takes you to, it's called Lost in Love, and it'll take you from the beginning of a relationship when a girl first meets a guy, what that's like. It'll tell you about Faith and this guy who she meets, and then the poems express love and the changes that happen when you fall in love and heartbreak and
Yeah.
yes.
All that is in this little book. I'm gonna have to read this. So how long did it take you to, well, I guess from 13 to however you are now, how long this book been out?
Since June this year.
Since June? And how long did it take you to put it together? I mean, you just went
I
into your
started putting it
shoebox?
together when I was 19. I started typing the poems up. And I had some ideas for how I wanted to put it together and actually sorted the poems out by categories. That's how I ended up putting it in the story format, because it was a lot of poems that were about specific things. And I categorized them, and then I made them go into an order that kind of tells a story. Some poems that may be in the back I probably wrote years ago. Some poems that I wrote recently might be in the front, but it still follows through and
But you
tells
put
a
it
story.
like in order.
Right.
Now, is Faith you? Or,
Exaggerated. Faith is me exaggerated.
okay.
There's a lot of truth, and some things are made up.
So now, what are your goals now? You got a book out, and what you want to do next?
I'm an accounting student, so I just want to work for myself eventually. So.
See, you smart. You smart. Get the book out, then you go to accounting school so you can catch your buddy, right?
I'll be graduating December. I can't wait.
What school you go to?
Point Park.
Point Park? Accounting. If I make it rich, you can be my accountant. Count my money.
Back.
Probably. You can do that on one finger, but anyway. Damn, my audience ain't saying nothing. They ain't laugh. They ain't. So, all right. So now, are you working? You said you was going to start on a second book. So when you think you're going to start on that?
This took me 5 years to put together. It takes a lot of dedication and time, and I'm not the type of person who sits still. I will not put a time to.
Well, I mean, I'm saying, if this book, say this book becomes like really successful. I mean, like, say, like, it's on Oprah's list. You know what I mean? Then would you be like, okay, I'm going to take a year and just sit down and write a bunch of poems? Or do you Or do you gotta like vision things and then like once you see something, then you start writing it, or once somebody tell you something, then you be like, that, and then start writing, or can you just sit down and just be like, I'm just writing?
I like to be put in a mood. I like to be inspired by something, and what other people's words or what I might see encourages me to write. So it takes time. So.
Yes, and see, that's how it is with me with the comedy. I gotta be inspired. It's normally malt liquor, but I gotta be inspired. See, that was funny. So, all right. So, what's your son's name?
Caleb.
Kayla?
Caleb Emmanuel.
Yeah, man. Now, you said he's, I wasn't going to say it right. You see, he just cut it. And you said he's 6?
Yeah.
So, 6 years old. So, you think he might get that writing gene from you?
He loves music. If he does anything, he'll be singing. He loves to sing. So.
For real?
I think he does. He'll be inspired, motivated by me to write.
All right.
He
Well,
listens to what I have to say. He comments on my poems. So.
in 6 years, I can have him on the show performing. He'll be 12 then, right?
Right.
I can have him on here. He can sing and rap. All right. Well, anything else you want to talk about? What else you got going on in your life? What you want the people to know about Jaquaya?
I like working with the youth. I like to be a role model for youth. I know for me, when I was growing up, I didn't have anybody who I really looked up to who made me feel like I want to be like that when I grow up. So it was hard for me to decide, well, what am I going to do? Like, how am I going to make a living? Where's my career going to be? I'm a self-motivated person, so I'm blessed for that, because I know a lot of people are not, and it's really hard to be motivated to even want to go to school, to even want to follow your dreams. And I know that it takes a lot of encouragement and support. So I just want to be that encouragement for the youth and give them a vision and let them know, like, you have to want it, you have to be determined, and I want to live that example.
So do you like go to like some of the middle schools or junior high schools and, talk to the kids and read some of your poems and let them, see what you're doing?
Yes. Last year I was working at Westinghouse High School, where I graduated from, and it was very interesting, and I believe that experience is what made me feel motivated to reach out to the youth, because it was saddening to see what education was like for them, and it let me know, like, I have to open their eyes and allow them to see something bigger and better than what they're seeing right now. And I've done some work with other schools, with another program, and it made me feel good to have the youth listen to me and actually be encouraged from what I have to say in my experience.
So do you believe that the youth of today, if they was to read that book from cover to cover, it could possibly change their life?
Definitely. I believe that. I believe that it can change in the adults' lives. I get a lot of good feedback from men, surprisingly, who are inspired and motivated by it. But I definitely believe that it will inspire the youth. The thing is getting them to open up a book and read it. So that's the struggle.
I can't even remember last time I opened up a book. I ain't gonna even try. But you know what? Since you gave me this book, I'ma read it, because you gave it to me, right? Yeah, say it on TV. We gotta get a copy of this.
You just told me you wasn't gonna read it, so I had to think about that for a minute.
No,
I
will actually read it, because I'm reading some of the titles in here, and absent at mind. It's like, and then you said if I read from the first one to the last one, it's like a story inside.
Right. It has an introduction, and it'll let you know what motivated Faith, and also what motivated me to write the book, how it is laid out. So it'll give you an introduction about what you can expect.
What's this? Claustrophobic closet space?
Yes.
Woo. Yeah, I didn't think
You
I was gonna
pronounced
know
that right.
I know, see? I was looking at first, I was like, Santa Claus, claustrophobic. So I figured it out after a while, but deep sea. See, I gotta read some of these because the title is like these poems, like you read some poems, you read the title and then like the poem is like nothing related to the title.
Some of them are like that.
Like deep sea, I'm pretty sure that's not about the sea. Is it?
No.
Oh.
I like nature, so I like to give human characteristics to nature.
Oh. 1,000
Deep
miles
sea
per
is my
hour.
mind, if you read it right.
Is what?
It's my mind, my thoughts,
Mm.
are like a deep sea.
1,000 miles per hour. Okay. Y'all gotta go. Look it up online. Life of Expressions. Look it up online and check out Jaquair's book. And in about 5 years, we'll see another book.
That's
Right?
about right. 5 years is a good time.
So, was there anything else you want to talk about? What made you? Where you get the idea of put the eye in the butterfly? You
I
ever
love
see that?
butterflies. Because it tells a story about a girl named Faith, I decided to put a picture of a face on there. And I just like what butterflies symbolize.
What face? Oh, it is. I see just the nose, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and that's her eye, and the butterflies around her eye. See, that's why I can never be poetic. I would have never thought of nothing like that.
No.
That's your face?
No, it's not.
That's pretty. So, y'all, what can? Y'all gotta go check the book out. Look for it online, and it's by Jaquair Inez. And anything else?
No.
Well, make sure you get the book. And it was a pleasure having you a guest. And she's going to do another poem. We're going to go to commercial, and she's going to do another poem from her book. We'll be right back.
Plant inspiration. Provide youth with the creative tools and skills to cultivate it. And you'll be amazed at what can grow. Adobe Youth Voices and the Peapod Foundation. Learn more at plantandinspire.org.
This poem I'm going to share is titled, I Am Saved. Struggle was always an issue in my home. Hunger, wealth, and being alone. My mother, a single parent. My siblings doing what they do. And then it was me, as a kid, sad and blue. My father was in my life, though I saw him change over the years. I guess I was too young to see it. His love was for drugs, especially beer. My brother was killed in 1998. It was devastating. My mother went insane. But it was only natural. There was no one to blame. Being alone at home only made things worse. So I tagged along with friends to see a change in the day. I was more happy than sad, so I stayed out until it was late. In and out, in and out, in and right out the house I went. I was being played by the devil until I met this one friend. I was taken in by a family of God who motivated me to walk with the Lord. I began to pray every day, and then that's when God opened up the door. I seen the light. It was life, my own, shining so bright. It would be no more struggle or fright. There was a change, the first that was right. I prayed for my family. I prayed for my friends. I thank God for the days I prayed over and over again. I prayed for my mother continuously every night. I prayed for my dad, but it just didn't seem to work. He didn't seem to get better. It was painful to see him get worse. He didn't call and he didn't write. And when we did talk, it just didn't seem right. I almost gave up. I was saved by a day in church. A guest speaker spoke straight into my heart. I now knew all it took was prayer and time. And with prayer and time, my father would be fine. Prayer and time, my mother recovered. Prayer and time, my grades came up in school. Prayer and time, my friends were my friends. With prayer and time, I seen the path to my future. Prayer and time is all it takes. I pray for my family. I pray for my friends. I thank God for the days. I pray and I pray and I pray and I pray. And now I'm saved. Thank you.
All right, welcome back. I hope y'all enjoyed Jaquaya Inez, but don't go nowhere. I got another guest, very hot rapper. This young man is tearing it up. I want y'all to put your hands together for Vernay.
Yeah, Vernay, recognize real on the Stefon Braxton show. Yeah, let these Pittsburgh rappers know how to do it. A lot of dudes is weak. Yeah. Same goal, different path, still recognize real, so no need for you to ask. Homie, I'm a man, trying to get my bank biggest fill up with the love of a chick like Vivian. But not Will's she's a little too stretched, not a legend quite yet, but I'm fly as Fresh Prince, and only makes sense, and won't allow ejection like the boy Jazz Jeff, so please don't step, cause homie, I'm startling. Anyone who listens to the proper propaganda, down and bring it forth like Carlton. Dance if you wanna, or you could be like Hillary and say my forecast is as nice as the summer. You better call G and have him coming clean with his left of his body, since he had to just see how it might be to get up on my level, but these dudes keep falling, so to me they just Trevor. You should've planned better, and maybe you would be quick to make your mind up like the song from Ashley. So just respect me, cause daddy, I'm grown enough to make my own decisions, and I choose to live free. So I'ma do me, cause I'm not a kid similar to the one known as Little Nicky. I must be on heat, swagger like Willie, cause I still remain silly with it sounds so clean. Shoulders on lean, all the girls love me cause they see I'm so royal when my next step's king. And so I have a dream, basically to stay away from everyday trouble, cause the streets too mean. And life just seemed to be much more to having fights on the court of this playground scene. So next cab leave, goal still focused, just a different way to reach a plus a new starts clean. A Fresh Prince theme, so watch as I strut with a peacock thrust and support my team. Vernay so mean, only thing nicer is I have no ghostwriter, still my words unseen. Ain't nobody realer on this microphone thing, I can prove it all day, we'll be on a 16. No hook needed, cause I jab like Creed, so Apollo out of space like the trip 13. No Tom Hanks, just Vernay in his place, in the league of my own, but I never ran base. Stick to the script, I'm as real as it get from the pit, but just watch how I climbs up the cliff. Recognize when I rhyme, so I rise up the list. It's my time and I shine with no ice on my wrist, but I'm fine being I till it's off with the switch. So I spit what I see and it's on to the next.
All right, that's what's up.
What's up, man?
So in that song, you talked about the Fresh Prince, Tom Hanks, Apollo 13. Was you just watching TV and just started writing?
Well, it just was pretty much just like a metaphor, to show Fresh Prince. And, I just wanted to take it and flip it into something that'd be creative. Old TV show I like. Will Smith is a pretty known, nice rapper. So I was just inspired one day, sitting around, watch reruns.
Mm-hmm. I like Will Smith. I
Will
like
Smith
Hancock.
You look like him.
So how long you been rapping?
I've been writing since I was probably about 14. Just like Miss Inez, I started off as a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing I really thought I was going to end up trying to do, but just seeing the state of hip hop nowadays, I just felt entitled because there's a lot of garbage out. So it just made me get a little bit more serious, start writing some more songs, and like I said, I've been writing probably since I was about 14, 28 now. So like you said, you never get too old to still do your dream. So
there you go. There you go. And I've been trying, I'm going to tell y'all something. I've been trying to get him. Well, actually, I met you even before I had the television show. I was
quite a while.
I was hosting comedy night up at Pepper G's, and one of the things I used to do is just pull people out the audience and put them on stage. And I pulled you out the audience, and I was like, dang. And you just started rapping, and I was like, all right.
Definitely.
And then as soon as I got the television show, I said, I got to get him on the show.
I know, man. You used all them weekdays, work Monday through Friday. So you finally got it,
And you starting off, this is my third year. No, this is my second year. January. And y'all starting off my show. So this is a good thing for me.
Definitely.
I like to start the new year off right.
I appreciate the opportunity, man.
So where have you performed at?
Shadow Lounge. I'm local, man. I really haven't done too many shows. Really, I'm still trying to get out there. It'd be hard, they sleeping on me.
Well, it's hard. You work full time.
Full time. I'm a father, single father, 6-year-old daughter, Naima. So, my time is pretty pressed. But I just got to get in where I can get in. So.
A lot of people watch my show, so,
Hey, hopefully they check me out, man.
Yeah, somebody pick you up and do some things.
I'm looking for a manager, too, so, if anybody out there.
All right, you hear that?
No.
Hear that? I'll hook you up. I know some people.
Word.
We'll work on something. So, about how many, first of all, let's talk about this. This is, Know Thyself.
Know Thyself.
This is
mixed debut mixtape, yeah.
And now, how many songs is on here?
20.
20 songs?
20 tracks.
Dang. I just lost my train of thought.
That's cool, man.
I ain't never seen a CD with 20 songs on it.
Hey, it's a mixtape. It's promotional, so, taking it back old school.
Oh, y'all got to go check that out. Go, you see Vernay, tell me you want tape.
www.reverbnation.com/Vernay. That's V as in victory, E-N-E-Y.
Yeah, Vernay, not
Vernay. Not Vernay, like Hancock be calling
some people just mess up your name and stuff. So if you out there, don't mess up his name. Just say it right.
Please don't, because I won't even acknowledge you.
So, all right. Now, that song you got on there, now, that's a, we're going to say a clean version.
Yes.
Now, is all the songs like that?
Actually, that was probably about the only one on the actual mixtape that is non-explicit, because I do use explicit language, but it's just a form of expression. But I can do it either way, but it's a form of expression. So yeah, there's some curse words, but it's a positive message. I'm not talking about being on the block or how I'm a gangster and I sell all the dope on the block and I'll kill your mom and your grandma and they sleep, because all that's weak. So,
yeah.
But I do use explicit language, just like I said, just to still let people know, even though I'm not in the street, I'm still from the street. So I still incorporate that within my lyrics, just like I said, as expression. So I do cuss.
You say your daughter is how old?
6.
Now, have she heard, the one song, have she heard any of your music?
I ain't even gonna lie, my daughter know my whole CD, front to back, and she can go word for word, but she know what words not to say, but she definitely, she knows all of them.
Also,
all the beats, all the lyrics, She's very into music, so.
In a few years, y'all might be doing a duet.
Hey,
together.
I'm about to try to get her. She actually be doing a couple little tracks now, just like little stuff. Would be having her just around the crib, and she be doing stuff with her uncle. And her uncle, he's into music too. So whenever she's down at her grandma's house on the weekends, they be putting together little tracks and, you know, be having her do her
See,
showcase.
now you rapping about Will Smith now. Will Smith,
Exactly.
you just like that, because his little girl got a
Yeah.
little record
Little
out. Nobody
son,
bought.
daughter, yeah.
Nobody bought her record though.
Yeah.
But
It's cool.
we'll get you a record.
Her dad's Will Smith. She ain't got to sell no
I
records.
know, she ain't even got to sell nothing.
she ain't even got to do nothing.
He probably bought them all.
He probably did. She went platinum the first day.
So, all right. So, how far you wanna take this as far as you can go?
I definitely want to take it as far as possible. I want to be on the pedestal of hip hop music, you know, not even just for Pittsburgh, just all over. Like, just to showcase, you know, the old school, like actual reality, like not just fabricated music just because it sounds good and people want to listen to it. You're going to make some money off it, because I'm content whether I make it or not. Like, I'm going to still be me at the end of the day. I'm not going to change who I am just to appeal to what people want to hear now, because like I said, a lot of it's garbage. It don't mean nothing, but you know, you got kids and you got people that's listening to it and see it on TV, and they want to be these people that, or they're not even really them people on TV. It's just entertainment. So at the end of the day, I still want to be myself, and if I can get by with doing that, I'm cool. If not, hey, I'll just be working for the city.
Now, see, it's funny you say that. Now, I do my comedy, right? I don't curse. I don't curse in my comedy, right? And I did one show in Philly, and this is like the first time I bombed. And I bombed, right? And one of the other comedians, I'm gonna give him a shout out, Sean Larkin. He was there. He was the headliner. And he came to me after the show, and he was like, look, don't dumb down your routine for nobody. Don't change your ways. You go on and get what you got to get. And then he told me clean comedians make more than dirty comedians anyway.
Sinbad.
So,
Perfect example.
yeah, so I'm like, you know, and I appreciate that. And I'm like, I'm not going to change my style just because a lot of people saying if I start cussing, then my audience will get bigger. Well, I don't want that type of audience, so I ain't really worried about it. So
that's the same way I feel. Because I mean, I'm talented enough that I can talk a whole bunch of fabricated BS. I can be on the block. I can run up in your crib, shoot your grandma while she's eating Thanksgiving dinner. I can do all that, but that's just not me. I know people that know me, be like, man, dude ain't like that. He ain't, you know what I'm saying? He's not like that. So I'd rather do it the way I am. So people, even if you see me, whether I'm on the mic, I'm in a line at Giant Eagle, you see me at work, I'm still that same dude. I'm not somebody different just because I do music. I'm still Brandon Vernay. So
yeah,
either way it goes.
So do you do now? Who do the beats, the music?
I actually had a guy I was working with for a while, but he kind of fell off. So right now I'm just in the midst of no producer, no manager, or nothing. I'm still eating off of stuff that I've been had. Like my next round of music that I got coming is gonna be all original, but it's stuff I've been already sitting on, you know, for quite some time now. So I don't know, man. I'm just in between two worlds right now. Like just the regular life and then trying to create this other portion of it, and I really don't have nobody producing right now. I'm just sitting on tracks that I've already been having for like a while now. So,
all right. Well,
my producer that I previously had, he kind of fell off on me. He kind of got suspect. So,
okay.
I had to distance myself. So,
all right. Well, we're gonna take a break, and we're gonna be right back. All right. Welcome back. All right, so we're talking about the beats and stuff. Now, have you ever done like made your own beats?
I tried, you know, a couple years back, but you know, I was just more focused on actually doing lyrics because
doing the writing.
I don't know. It's hard to make beats.
Because I'm thinking about getting into that because I had a couple of rappers on here before, and they was telling me about the Fruity Loops.
Yeah, Fruity Loops,
and the,
Pro Tools.
Cakewalk,
yeah.
I think I'm gonna
The
buy some.
Reason.
The what?
Reason.
Yeah, the Reasons.
Yeah.
Reasons?
No, just Reason.
Reason for what?
It's a music program. So unless you're talking about Earth, Wind, and Fire, Reason.
I'm gonna get a Cakewalk and a Fruity Loop, and I'm gonna start making beats.
Hey man, let me know. It's whatever.
Yeah.
We gonna hook up.
Old school.
They gotta be, yeah.
African. Old school.
Oh, some drums?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Don't do that.
Drums.
So do you write, like everything, you write by yourself?
Yeah. Write all my own music.
Do you have any songs where you collaborated with anybody?
Back in the day, but just recently, I've really just been focused on myself. Like, everybody's all about themselves anyway, so it's less confusion when it's just one person. You know, we bring in other people, and it's just, they might want to do one thing versus, you know, because most of the people I collaborated with before, they want to be gangsters and they want to shoot and kill people, and I know they're not like that. So I had to distance myself and be like, well, I'm gonna just do my own thing. So I really don't do too much collaborations because ain't nobody trying to be on the same level as me. Everybody just want to make money, and I actually want to, you know, give a positive message. And you know, it's just more to my music than it's just sounding hot and people just listening to it just cause. So.
Yeah.
No.
Now I did this show back in November. I did this show and had this young lady on there, a rapper, singer, Miss Fire, and very, very talented. And I always try to get rappers together and see whether or not what they'll come up with. You know what I mean? So, you know, I might put you in touch with her.
Hey man, let me know.
See, y'all might collaborate on something, cause she's very talented. She's very talented. And then, like I said, I'll work on the beats.
You got to, man. You got to come up with some fire.
I'm gonna be like, what was his name? Wait, don't tell me. I'm going to get this name. Herbie. Remember Herbie?
What, the car from the movie?
No. the music guy. Herbie. No, not Herbie Hancock. Salt and Pepper. Remember?
Oh, that was his name?
Herbie's Keyed Up.
That was I remember them. I don't remember Herbie.
You remember that? You remember Salt and Pepper?
I mean, I remember Salt and Pepper. I don't know who Herbie is.
Herbie was the dude wore that little tweed suit. And he did the.
Was he in the Push It video?
He did in their video.
He was in Push It?
Was he in Push It? No, he was
None
in
of your business.
I'll Take Your Man. I think he was in there. And then they had the wait, was it Herbie? No, Howie. Howie. It was Howie.
I still don't know. Howie Long.
No. All right. Well, be like who else do beats?
Dr. Dre,
Damon Dash.
Timberland.
No, that.
Timberland,
I don't know about rap.
Pharrell.
Yeah, Pharrell. I like him. So what rappers like when you first started, what rappers influenced you to just start?
The late great Christopher Wallace, AKA Biggie Smalls, AKA Biggie, Frank White, you know, that's my man. So I like Tupac, Jay-Z, Eminem. I like.
Now, have you listened to old school rap?
Yeah, Run DMC. My mom used to have a little Sugar Hill Gang record, and a couple tracks on there.
Dad, I had the Sugar Hill Gang
Kumo
record.
D was my dude, Slick Rick. I don't know, man.
Now, so if you listen to them, and then you listen to the rap today, do you see any type of similarity or
Nah, there's none.
What you think is?
No comparison whatsoever.
What you think is better?
Old school.
Old school. I think old school is better because you can actually hear what they're saying.
Yeah, you can actually hear what they're saying, and then all the new dudes now, all they're doing is stealing the old stuff anyway and just trying to recreate it. So, of course, old school is better.
Yeah.
Always, hands down.
Yeah.
No comparison. There was less about, killing people and, all the bull you hear back, today. None of that was back then. It was just, you actually had to have skills. You just wasn't going to do no show or be on somebody's radio if you wasn't actually talented. People nowadays are not even talented. This is about making money because they're easy to market.
Yeah.
Because they know people's going to go bad. You be the weakest dude on the block, but you can get a record deal.
I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this and I'm going to get a lot of hate for this. But I don't see how in the world this dude even made $1. How this little Wheezy Wayne, how he even made $1? I mean, I can't understand what he's saying. And then he got this one song where he talk about grandmom's private part and grandma's cookies. I'm like, okay, what is he talking about?
See, the thing with Lil Wayne, like, dude he's actually a talented dude, but before, when he was just trying to do his thing, nobody was messing with him. You know, he had to become more commercial. Now everybody's messing with him, so it just gives him, you know, the ability to say whatever he wants now, because now he got that, you know, that success. Everybody, oh, Lil Wayne this, Lil Wayne that. Before, dude was actually spitting. Even today, he's a talented dude. I don't really mess with him as much. I used to. All his albums up through Carter 2, I was a Lil Wayne fan. After he made Carter 3 and he started licking lollipops and kissing baby in his mouth and, you know, all the bull that comes with it, I just kind of fell off. But, you know, that's what it's about, money now. Everybody respects money. They don't respect talent no more. It's all about money.
Yeah.
If you got money, you look like you got money, oh, he's dope. You put a video out, you in a car that ain't even yours, oh, he's dope. But meanwhile, somebody that's actually trying to say something that's positive or just that's, you know, some actual reality, don't nobody respect that. Oh, he don't got no money, he's broke, he's butt. That's pretty much how it goes.
So, all right, when he was Lil Wayne, I liked the one song he had, The Cops. Woo, woo, woo. All right, I like that song. But once he changed his name to a woman's name, because that's a woman's name, Wheezy Jefferson's. Wheezy Jefferson.
He's moving on up. Yeah.
I'm like, you know, why would you want to call yourself Wheezy? I don't know.
Hey, why you want to kiss a grown man in his mouth? I don't know neither. But
ooh, he did that?
Baby.
Ew. See, that's why he's Wheezy now. Baby named him Wheezy.
Hey, he's Wheezy F, baby.
We gonna get in trouble for this.
Hey, it's cool. Maybe
because you know he watched my show. I'm sorry, Wayne.
Hey.
He watched my I don't care.
All at me, Wheezy.
All right, so I got a few friends in the music business. I'm gonna put some things because I like this style of music. Even the CD I was listening to, even the ones that was that you say has the cursing in it, it wasn't even a lie. I mean, like
no, because it's still, like I said, it's still a positive message at the end. It's just I use the explicitness just for expression. So. And
I love that song you did. The
Fresh Prince.
What's it called? The Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince.
I love that song. I heard it. I heard that on Reverb Nation. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna get on and sing this on the show.
That's what's up.
And I like that. So I'm gonna put your name out there.
Cool, man. I definitely appreciate it.
Put it around, and then I'll manage you. I can be I can be a manager. I don't gotta do the beats. I can be a manager. Like I can be Puff Daddy.
Nah, we don't want you to be Puff.
Why?
Nah.
I can be P Diddy.
Nah, we don't want. You don't want you to have no
I
bad
can be
boy.
Diddy.
Nah, I'd rather you be.
He got like 6 names. I can keep going.
Nah, the success record of Bad Boy employees aren't very good.
All right, I'll be Suge Knight.
Nah,
no,
I'll be dead. Either way, you should go Puff. I'm gonna be dead on either side, son.
Nah, I'll be Dr. Dre.
Why don't you just be Stefon?
I'm gonna be Stefon, super manager. Oh wait, they are manager. I'm producer. I'm produce.
Hey.
I'll be big. And then, you know I gotta be in all your videos dancing.
I mean, I don't know if we want to do that one, but you gotta take that Hancock hat off, you know, you can't.
Hey, I really thank you for being on my
man,
show,
I definitely
man.
appreciate it.
Hey, we're gonna go to break.
Now is our time to work as one. To create something beautiful. To start again. To ease a burden. To provide hope where there was none. There's so many ways to create the good. What will you do?
Start creating the good by visiting iparticipate.org.
If you enjoyed this episode of the show, I want to thank my guests, Vernay,
Yes, sir.
Jaquaya, and these are 2 of my audience members, Mike and Lydia. The rest of the audience, they want to come out. You know, I couldn't fit 75 people up here. So the rest of the audience, y'all just sit over there. I'll catch y'all next time. All right, y'all want to give a shout out to anybody?
What's up, Naeem? I love you.
You want to give a shout out? No. Shout outs? Anybody want to give a shout out?
Shout out for you.
Huh?
Shout out for you.
This man right here, watch. When I make it big, that's going to be my bodyguard. I'm going to be like, he going to be right behind me. He be my bodyguard. Yeah. See? All right, we're going to see y'all next month. Hey, have a Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's, everybody.
Happy New Year's.
Opportunity for all to sing, dance, and clap their hands. Well, just because a record has a groove, don't make it in the groove. But you can tell right away that all over people, they can feel it all over. They can feel it all over people. Go! Music knows it is and always will be one of the things that life just won't quit. But here's some of music's pioneers.
You're watching PCTV Channel 21. Make your mark. You're watching PCTV Channel 21. Make your mark.